Hey guys, today's video is going to be a little bit different. It is a sponsored video by the Flute Center of New York, so thank you, Flute Center of New York. I am at the computer, which explains why I have my brace on. I use this brace every time I'm at the computer because earlier this year I had a little stint with the beginning symptoms of carpal tunnel, so I'm not like in pain or anything, just so you guys know. The Flute Center of New York just launched their sheet music collection, which is headed by Julian Rose, one of the two people that I work the closest with. Accessibility was basically on Julian's mind. This is the Flute Center of New York, and it does make sense that they would sell flute sheet music. So he's been developing this for years now. They recently launched it. If I'm correct, I think they actually launched it earlier this year. They want to do like a more official launch with you guys, with me experiencing the site. I only took a few glances through the site because I wanted to have a genuine reaction to it. And I actually do plan on, you know, shopping for myself. So I actually have my wallet. All orders over $50 will have free shipping. Domestic within the US. That's just going to be automatically calculated when you get to checkout, which I will see later on how they do that. There are over 3,000 available titles online. I did ask Julian how much they have in stock, like literally hard copy in stock at the store right now. And apparently they have about 1,500. The other half of the titles, they will actually order it for you. Essentially, they are the distributor. I can't believe they have 1,500 and they just launched. Like, this is a startup. Really impressive. Julian also mentions that the Flute Center New York is the only place to browse a comprehensive sheet music collection in New York City. So if you're visiting in person, drop by and check it out. He actually showed me via FaceTime. It's amazing. I wish I was there. They had a whole wall of it where it was like all stacked up and you could like pull out any bin that you wanted to look in. And then they had like more along another wall against the desk or something like that. I'm so glad he showed me over FaceTime. Julian also mentions if you click on View All from the main navigation bar, all 3,000 items can be filtered and sorted by fields like composer, publisher, instrumentation, time period, and style, among others. Julian himself works on this site. So he does actually say here, I'm constantly trying to improve this, but you can narrow the entire inventory down to things just by J.S. Bach, just Romantic era works. He mentions that this is one of his favorite features and it took him hundreds of hours to build out. This is really his baby here. He like legit worked on this himself. There are some great recommendations collections under the recommendations tab, including you'll see Just Another Flutist favorites, which I will go through maybe later on in this video. Like for now, I want to just spend some time exploring. You can use my code for this too. My code is JAF. You will get 10% off your entire purchase. I do earn a small commission, just so you guys know. Julian told me that I could use this code on myself. They're just gonna give me a discount. But then this will also allow me to show you guys how to do this. Now that we've gotten all the perks out of the way, I actually want to take a look at this site. This is beautiful. I did not expect it to look this put together, like, and they just launched. Rose Music. I love it. Julian Rose. Rose is his last name. He's got top 100 titles for advanced flutists. I like it. I'm already getting suckered in. This part is basically the Impulse Buy section. Yeah, I haven't actually played this before. Oh, it's originally for clarinet and piano. Oh, that's why. There's also You Might Also Like. I like it. Good one, Julian. Okay, this is just really a question for Julian, but how long did it take for you to do that? You must have put in so many keywords and tags for all of these titles for it to generate a You Might Also Like section. Let's see. Featured book, 20th Century Flute Sonatas. And they have a button here that's literally just put it in your cart. But before I do that, let me take a look at this. There's the Martinu, Muchinsky, Prokofiev, Toktakshvili. Ooh, I like. So I have played the Martinu and the Muchinsky and the Prokofiev, but not the Toktak. So maybe for me, it would make more sense if I just got the Toktakshvili by itself, which I think I will just straight up search for it right now. So this is the Toktakshvili. There we go. I love that it, wow, Julian, I am really impressed that it comes out like this. It with a little icon too. $13.99. Ooh, but the other one's $30 for 4 pieces. I'll think about it. So let's see. Popular collections. I have this one. Let me just get it for you guys. This is it. The spine is almost gone. There's a lot of good stuff in here. This was an impulse buy from when I was very, very young. 40 short duets for beginner flutists. Aww. Album of flute duets. It's only $15. I just opened it in a new tab. Oh, they have a Flute Music Volume 1. Urtext. Henley Verlag. Ooh. Ooh. Baroque period. And then there's a classical period. What does this one have? Has Blave, Schinzer, Eisel, Loyer. Ooh. I'm a big Baroque music fan, so this is my jam here. Flute music by French composers and flute music of the Baroque. I have both of those. Well, I want to see this one. There's a pre-classical period. Schroeter, Wendling, Nikolai, Van Hal. I haven't actually heard of these. Except for the Devienne. This one might be interesting for me. I'm unfamiliar with this music. And they have a featured composer section. Oh, and a beginner's collection. Yo, 125 easy classical studies for the flute. I believe I'm actually coaching one of my students through that book right now. 40 little pieces I have taught out of a lot. 30 easy duets in all keys for 2 flutes by Moïse. I mean, Moïse is like legend. More Moïse here. The Trevor Y is on here. I've taught out of both of these books. Fantastic. There were very helpful diagrams, how to hold the flute and stuff like that. Like really helpful stuff for when you're a beginner. I have this really cute memory of teaching this 5-year-old kid from the part 1, and she was just learning to read, so she actually asked me if she could try reading it out loud. So she would like read the lesson out loud, and then I would explain things to her of like what it meant. Really cute. And the kid's like 5 years old and already reading this stuff out loud. That was really impressive. I have very fond memories teaching out of those books. Oh, I've seen this one before. Concert and Contest Collection. I think a number of my students actually have that one. Easy Carols. I mean, it is Christmas time. That might actually be good gig music too. Easy Gershwin for flute. Oh, that's interesting. Easy Disney favorites. Love Disney. The first day I met my boyfriend, we sang Disney songs together. If anything says true love, it's Disney. If I had all the money to drop in the world, I would just buy all of these for gig purposes. Flute 101 and Flute 102. I've heard of these too. What I've learned from teaching online was that depending on where you are, there are actually regional favorites in the method books that are used and etudes, repertoire, and stuff like that. I noticed that like some parts of the states will use the Flute 101 and the 102. Other parts will use the Trevor Y beginner books. It really kind of depends on where you are. It's almost cultural. I like that they have everything in this collection. I'm recognizing things from different regions. Oh, this is cute. I used to play flute. So I guess this is for returning students. That's fantastic. Oops. I didn't actually mean to. Well, I mean, you know what? Let's look at this. Let's play flute for beginners of all ages. It looks like it includes play-along recordings online. Ooh, that's cool. Very good if you're ear-based. Ooh, this includes ear training and improvisation practice. I have this one. There it is. I have it. I love seeing all these little things here. Restart flute. Oh, you know what? I really love that the Flute Center New York included things for returning flutists. That's fantastic. Thank you, Flute Center New York, for doing that. I would say most of my students, maybe like 90-95% of my students, are adult students who are returning to the flute after having put down the flute for like 20-30 years. Recently released music. Ooh, this will be very interesting, I think, for me. Court dances. Oh, I might actually really like this one. I like stuff that has flavors from medieval, Renaissance, and then Baroque music, obviously. The Flute Audition, the new essential companion. I've heard of this one. Ooh, what? Oh, this one has a second page if you scroll over it. Yo, this is comprehensive. Double espresso, an encore for flute and piano. Well, I do love coffee. So let's see, it was written as a gift to flutist Christina Jennings in 2017. It's a 2-minute encore piece flung forward at breakneck speed. True to the work's title, the flute zips through a multitude of unwinding ribbons to a frenzied, caffeinated state, while the piano sizzles and crackles underneath. Oh, okay, it's only $10. I might actually get this one. Impulse, this whole thing is impulse buying. I'm adding it to my cart. Let's just put it, yeah, it's in my cart now. Yes, I will keep shopping. Yes, Julian, I'm gonna keep shopping. This is exceedingly dangerous for me. Ooh, Gary Shocker, Daniel Dorff, Gary Shocker, those guys are like the big ones. Coffee Nurse, there's another coffee one. Let me look at this. $18.99, all right. The well-known and loved final movement of Schocker's 3 dances for 2 flutes, Coffee Nurse, is now available in the composer's own adaptation for flute quartet. What? Yo, that sounds great. This version divides up the original flute parts and accompaniment in fun, surprising ways, sure to be a hit for quartet gigs and recitals. Wait, I want to look up this 3 dances for 2 flutes. That'll have even more music. Eldon Burton Concerto. Ooh. I've done the Burton Sonatine. I've heard of this. This is the Gobert Treasures for Flute and Piano, compiled and edited by Amy Porter. That one's a good one. All right. We need to look up this one. 3 dances. I like that there's a 3 more dances. Okay, so it looks like we're looking at this one though. 3 dances for 2 flutes and piano, or strings or band. Strings and band parts available on rental. Prestissimo. No kidding. So first is Easygoing, 2 is Moody, and then 3 is Coffee Nurse. Prestissimo. $21.99. Yeah, I want it. I'm getting it. Okay, so I think I have what, like 30? Yeah, subtotal of $32 right now. This is actually going to be really hard to not spend too much. Let's do the thing where we go to view all and then we narrow things down. Let's do Piccolo. Instrumentation is Piccolo. Let's not go by composer. I'm good with whatever composer's out there. Wait. Henley. Let's look at Henley, because I love Urtext editions. So right now it's, wait, I haven't heard of this one. I probably can't even say this name. March of the Bluebirds. Oh, incidentally, the bluebirds do not refer to birds, but to the light blue robes worn by the choristers at the monastery in Brno? We are on the internet. We will get Google to say it for us. Janacek. Yo. I have so many tabs out right now that this is what happens when I shop. When Janacek entered at the age of 11, almost 60 years later, during a visit to Potsdam, he remembered the Prussian troops' invasion of Brno, and with this in mind, wrote a chamber music miniature with a military element. Yo, I kind of want this. This one I think I'll hold off on, but good to know that they have it here. There's stuff in here that I haven't actually studied before, which might be really fun for me to take a look at. I love that they have the Vivaldi, because I have a different edition, but I think I would actually prefer this one. Let's uncheck that, and then I'm just gonna like take a look at what they have here. Ariel 4 sketches for solo piccolo. Ariel was inspired by the first entrance of Ariel in Airy Spirit in The Tempest by William Shakespeare. Oh, keep that open. And they have the Vivaldis. A minor, C major. Oh my gosh. I want to learn all of this. Robert Dick. Yes. Flash for piccolo and piano. Little Suite number 2. I do have this one. Orchestral excerpts for piccolo. Piccolo Italiano. Or Me and My Gold Piccolo. Oh, that sounds so cute. There's so much piccolo stuff on here. This is fantastic. Oh, there's so many good things here. I do want to get to $50 at least so I can get my free shipping. Let's take a look at my favorites so you guys can take a look at what I have in there. Most of these I have played, or I've worked out of, or I've taught out of. We've got the Franz Doppler, Andante, and Rondo for 2 flutes and piano. I absolutely fell in love with flute duets because of this piece. I've taught out of these, I've worked out of this one, I have this one. Done the Carl Nielsen, love that concerto. Probably my second favorite of all time. Top favorite has to be the Chen Yi, which is also in here. Yeah, right here. This is the Chen Yi. The Trevor Y practice books, of course, they have to be on my list here. Is this the Grovelet? Yes, this is the Grovelet. I love this one. It's like a weird take on French flute music. There's like a 15/8 meter section in there, which is, I love it. I think it's fantastic. There's the Trockne Blumen. Really good memories there. I did that for my master's recital. The Piazzolla Histoire du Tango. Oh, there's flute and guitar and for flute and piano. I love it. Oh, thank you, Julian. I didn't even notice that he put in both versions. That's fantastic. The Handel sonatas were the first flute sonatas I ever studied, so those ones hold a very special place in my heart. Got the Mozart Concertos. I have the C in here because that is actually the first Mozart concerto I've ever heard. Fond memory in my heart. What I don't have in here actually is this. I don't actually have the Lowell Lieberman. And I've been meaning to buy this and learn it forever. And also, I think this is the cheapest I've ever seen it. So, into the cart it goes. I think I'm done. I need to have some self-control. Let's check out. Here we go. Taking out my credit card. I'm gonna put this in. All right. Keep me up to date on news and exclusive. Yes, go ahead. Send it all to me, Julian. You guys can't actually see this, but his shipping address thing actually has an autocomplete. That's not via like Chrome, but through the site itself. That made things very easy. Okay, so I put in my phone number now, have my address, everything looks correct. Continue to the shipping method. Free shipping over 50 bucks. Excellent. We're gonna put in the discount code, so JF, oops. I apparently can't spell my own discount code. Apply. Minus $5.89. That was easy. We're going to now put in my credit card information, which you guys will not see. Complete our order. Do it up. Yes, order is confirmed. This is great. Has your customer information. Your order is confirmed. It even shows you where it's going to be delivered. I could probably spend many more hours on this site. First off, it's so pretty, and second of all, it's so organized, and it's just so easy to browse. Their prices are very good. It's actually legitimately cheaper than other places that I've looked in, and I've looked in lots of places. So whenever you guys feel like it, head on over to flutesheetmusic.com and use my code JAF for 10% off your order. As usual, make sure you follow the Flute Center New York on their Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I will put a link to their social media in the info box below. You can follow me on my social media as well, which are also listed below. If you like this video, make sure you give me a big thumbs up, hit subscribe, and the bell icon to get notifications, or at the very least, come back every Saturday. I'm here. I know that YouTube has not been the best at sending out notifications to you guys, especially in the last couple of weeks. Regardless, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.